Hello friends, this is Great Big Sword, and I'm here to talk today about the usefulness of props in Dungeons and Dragons or any role-playing game you like. And I don't know, I'd like to give some sort of visual aid to my players sometimes to show them something that that they find in a dungeon or a piece of treasure. It doesn't have to be something huge or anything like that, but maybe like a small piece of the game they could touch and feel. So I like using props to do that. So what I'm holding here is a pretty common piece. I don't know if you can see it. It's an Orbrius. It's a serpent or dragon eating its own tail, or biting its own tail. You see you can see the feet there. These are the wings, and has the eye, and it's biting its own tail. So this is kind of like a piece in the game, like an amulet that was given to them by a chieftain of one of the tribes in the game. And it kind of gives them some sort of cryptic clue to a little foreshadowing in the future that I wrote here in runes that I procured from God of War, the new God of War, which is a fantastic game, by the way. And if you haven't played it, it's good. So this is the, like a piece. It's pretty, nice and intricate and stuff. And how I did it was I used the program to make like a 3D model of it, of this piece, and I 3D printed it. I had it 3D printed by this company, and I think this piece cost me like $8 to print, like $8 or $9 to print, which is pretty reasonable. And I'm telling you, I got some real good gameplay out of it. I'm still getting gameplay out of it because the guys like to use this for like a lot of things. Like, oh, I point the amulet to the door, open, something like that. And it's really cool. One of the guys loves referring to this almost in every situation that has to do with some sort of puzzle. But he's gotten he made it work once for opening up this door that goes down into the crypts. So it was pretty interesting. But things like this are helpful. I'm also working on a piece here that I want to, put in as like a decoration or like, an ancient piece in the game. And it's I don't know if you can see that. It's a dragon head, right? It's a nice dragon head. It's got teeth and all that. And I got some videos to show how I put this guy together, and it's pretty nice. I'm going to put a link in the description for the site I used to give, to train me basically in making stuff like this. And it's nice, you can put it up on the wall, and it could be like a little backdrop for your game. I don't know, you could do all sorts of things. But I just thought it was cool for my games. This is kind of like my mascot. I haven't given it a name. Maybe somebody can help me give him a name or something. He's got some weird crooked horns. I don't know, you can see them. And his fins on his weird dorsal, whatever these things are that are coming out of his head. But it's pretty cool. I'll show you some things that I used, and I'll talk about it more in this video. As you can see here, it's made out of strips of paper, and it's like kind of like a base for that clay model that you see. I had to make it out of paper and masking tape. I molded like a caricature of the skull, of the dragon skull, and I just started working clay around it. It's kind of like my own thing. Like I make the clay sculpture like that, like you see it right here. This here is the paper mache mixture, or paper clay. And as we can see here, I've layered over the clay. I layered the paper mache, the wet paper mache. And this took a lot, it takes a long time to do. You gotta be very patient, but it's pretty easy to do. And here, I'm adding a layer of gesso so that it could, paint well and get a nice bright finish. So that's putting it here, nice, and there it is. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Okay. Here I made dentures, in my daughter's own words, out of polymer clay for the dragon, which you could see is painted now and looks a lot more like a dragon. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope you took something away from this video. Using props and visual aids and artwork, it's all part of being a good dungeon master and running a good game. At least I think so. Please add your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe. That's important. I hope everybody has a great night, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye, friends.